So what makes a Steiner School a Steiner School? I think there are many aspects to that. One is for sure the fact that the children study such a diverse and incredibly wide curriculum from the age of 6. One of the main differences between Steiner education and mainstream education is that our curriculum is aligned to stages of child development. When children enter class 1 at about age 6, they're studying a very broad range of subjects, including 2 languages, and we place a great emphasis on crafts and drama, as well as the standard literacy and numeracy. We really want to encourage a broad and balanced curriculum so that everybody can shine at something, and so that we're really building the whole personality all at once. In the class teacher years, so from class 1 up to class 8, normally speaking, a class will have the same teacher that follows them through all those 8 years, which gives a unique continuity really, and the ability for the teacher to really get to know the children in their class, and obviously for the children to get to know their teacher. So it builds a really strong relationship. In class 1, when the children are about 6, class teachers normally teach almost everything to the class, with the exception of languages and sometimes handwork and other specialist things. Also, the religion lesson is nearly always done by a different class teacher, so that other teachers get to know the class a bit. As the children go up through the class teacher years, their class teacher teaches a little bit less every year. They're still responsible for all or nearly all of the main lessons, but as the children move into the middle school, let's say ages 12 and 13, we tend to bring in specialist teachers to help with the science main lessons, sometimes geography and maths as well. It depends, as I said, on the strengths of the class teacher. And then when the children move into the upper school, they have a different teacher for every main lesson, so it's a completely different system in the upper school. And they also have specialist teachers for all their GCSE subjects, so that's English, Maths, French and German at the moment, and their later GCSE choices as well. We don't test in the lower school in any formal way, because we're trying to let the children develop as whole, rounded, happy human beings, and we don't believe that testing has any place in that. Testing tends to bring out fear in children, and also potentially a sense of not being as good as your next door neighbour. We want to make sure everybody is growing at their own pace and in their own way, and in a happy and healthy, rounded way. In the upper school, we do introduce more formal testing, so the students, when they're studying for their GCSE subjects, will have tests from time to time, and they will get their results back, and we'll discuss their results with them, and they will do past papers and see how they're getting on. But that's a very different system. But we also believe it's necessary for pupils to be prepared for the outside world, and we think GCSE preparation is part of that, and testing also. Homework in Elmfield is again different to how it would be in a mainstream school. There's no homework at all until usually about class 5. Young pupils will start to receive small amounts of homework, really to just get them into good habits. The homework is likely to be in maths, English or a language, and they will also have some work to do on their main lesson books occasionally. But it's very light and it won't be every day. The homework load increases through classes 6, 7 and 8. And when they go into the upper school, it is a much fuller load of between an hour and 2 hours every night, I would say. We do expect them to work on their main lesson work every night, and they will also have assignments in maths, English, French and German, and other GCSE subjects that they might be studying. So the reason our class numbers differ from the mainstream year numbers is because we take an extra year. They start formal education a full year later than in mainstream education, so at age 6 rather than at age 5. So they enter class 1 in our school at age 6 and then continue from there. In mainstream education, they start formal education at age 5, and that's their year 1. So our numbers are always 1 lower than mainstream numbers. I feel that our learning goes deeper at Elmfield. I feel that the main lessons, it's not just about learning facts. In fact, that's the least of it. It's about understanding ideas and concepts and connections between different people, periods of history, and subjects. And they learn what they want to do with their lives. So by the end of Elmfield, by the end of class 11, when they're 17, they generally know exactly what they want to do and why, and they're very clear about that. They learn a lot about themselves. They learn to be very independent. They learn to be critical in a good way. They really consider things, questions very deeply, and learn to forge their own path in life. So the parents are an incredibly important part of our community. We really believe that Elmfield is a community, and parents are very welcome and indeed encouraged to come and get involved. Not just at drop-off and pick-up times, but there are events through the year, the Advent Bazaar and the Summer Fair, where we really rely on parents to help us to run those. But every day we see clusters of parents gathering on the front lawn for a chat. Our parents are a very diverse bunch. They come from all walks of life, and they're very interesting people, and you can have some incredible conversations with our parent body right through the school, and friendships are made which last for life here. A lot of our students do go on to university. They don't all choose to, but many of them do. They study a wide range of subjects, so some of the ones who are graduating at the moment have been studying history, forensic science. Somebody's going to university to do a creative writing degree. There's art, and we've got 2 pupils who've just been offered places at Oxford and Cambridge as well. One's doing German and linguistics, and the other is going to do a teaching degree. So we're very proud of our pupils, whatever they go on to do. And those who go to university tend to do very well in their degrees, usually getting a first or a 2-1, certainly in the last few years.